It was in this village in 2005 that a world record was set for eating oysters. The challenge was to eat as many of these little things as is humanly possible in the space of 3 minutes. So how many were eaten and where am I? You'll find out in a moment. In today's show, I'll be helping a couple of newlyweds cross the threshold and return to her country roots. And judging from their reaction to our houses, I think they'll like what they see. Come on in.
Oh, wow.
Oh, could be home. Yeah.
Fantastic.
But then we leave it to their imagination with our mystery house.
Interesting.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You want to go inside?
Absolutely. Let's go.
Okay. Today I'm in County Down in Northern Ireland, and this is the village of Hillsborough, where every year thousands of visitors descend to witness oyster lovers from around the globe battle it out for the coveted title of World Oyster Champion. Now then, tonight marks the opening of the competition, and I may indulge in one or two myself, so join me later to see if I can beat the world record of 233 oysters in 3 minutes. Better get practicing. With the Irish Sea lapping at its shores, County Down is bordered by Antrim to the north and Armagh to the west, and is one of the 6 counties that make up Northern Ireland. Downpatrick, the county town, is home to 10,000 residents and is synonymous with Ireland's patron saint, St. Patrick, whose remains are thought to be buried in the grounds of its historic cathedral. Rearing up from its sweeping coastline, the stunning granite mountains of Mourne were a source of stimulation for the author C.S. Lewis, who believed that at any moment a giant might raise his head over the next ridge. This backdrop also provided inspiration for the magical world of Lewis's The Chronicles of Narnia. With epic mountains and expansive shores, it's no wonder that some 2 million visitors are drawn to the county each year. House prices here in Northern Ireland vary quite dramatically from region to region, but the basic rule is that the closer you are to Belfast, the more you'll pay. Well, the average across the whole country for a detached property is currently just under £228,000, a figure that compares pretty favourably with prices across the water in England and Wales, where for a similar property you'll pay about £27,000 more. So bear that in mind when you now look at what's currently on the market here. With a guide price of £395,000, this substantial property in Glenarm provides 4 generous reception rooms, 2 of which have feature fireplaces. Its 5 bedrooms also have spacious proportions, and it's all topped off with amazing views out over the coast. Or for £575,000, this immense 5-bedroom new build in Ballynahinch has an awe-inspiring double-height interior. The floor-to-ceiling windows let in lots of light, and the stone fireplace adds a warm focal point. The property also has a high-spec kitchen diner, which leads out to attractively landscaped gardens. For top budgets, this handsome 5-bedroom house dating back to the 1850s in Mill Isle is on for offers around £675,000. Along with a triple garage, outside it provides 2.5 acres of grounds, offering glorious views over the Irish Sea. Some fantastic properties there, don't you think? And over the course of the next few days we'll be showing the house buyers 3 more, including the mystery house. Let's meet them, shall we? Andy and Teresa have lived in their 4-bedroom home in Watford, Hertfordshire for the past 15 years, but are in the throes of starting a new chapter of their lives, having recently got married. To mark this new beginning, they've decided to return to Teresa's roots in County Down, Northern Ireland.
For me personally, moving back to Ireland has always been something, you know, that I wanted to do. I came here in '87, probably planning a couple of weeks holiday, and I'm here 25 years on, so I think if I don't make the move now, then I might never. My son is totally independent now, he's over 21, so he's on his own basically.
Another factor in their move is Teresa's family ties in Northern Ireland. She's one of 12 siblings, some who live in the Newcastle area of County Down, and being nearer to them is very important.
I think because we visited, obviously, Teresa's family there, so we're fairly familiar with the area, and certainly on the coast, so where one of Teresa's sisters lives, it reminds me very much of my home.
Andy's childhood home was in Murray on the Scottish coast, so it's no surprise he's keen to be closer to the sea when they move. But there are still plenty of other requirements on their wish list.
Inside the house I'd like 3 bedrooms, maybe 1 with an ensuite, but it's not crucial. Downstairs I'd like a downstairs cloakroom, a nice sized kitchen, possibly kitchen diner, because that's where we tend to spend a lot of time, and I would be happy with 1 reception room. I'd like it to be a nice size though if we only had the 1, and then it would be an added bonus if I had a utility room.
We'd prefer something with quite original features, maybe some rural features. I quite like a lot of natural wood, maybe slate, things like that. Maybe a nice big stove.
Andy and Teresa also have a clear vision of what they want outside.
Parking is quite crucial for us.
Probably a driveway and a garage, because I have a motorbike. I'd quite like to grow vegetables, maybe get some chickens.
Despite knowing what they want, our buyers maintain what I'd call a healthy approach to house hunting.
Andy and I both are extremely flexible, and I think when you do visit a property and you get that feeling, so we might surprise ourselves.
Flexible they may be, but there is one no-no.
Renovating might be a bit of a problem. I didn't want anything too structural. We don't mind decorating at all and adding our own mark to it, but I don't think we want the hassle.
Although they plan to sell their Watford property, they don't want a huge new mortgage, so they've thought very carefully about what they can actually afford.
I think if we found the right property, we appear to go up to £250,000.
It's not every day you go for a 2-week holiday and you end up staying for 25 years. So for Teresa, this move is a long-awaited family reunion. For Andy, well, it's the opportunity to embrace a new way of life, with talk of keeping chickens and growing his own vegetables. Ultimately, this move is a return to rural roots for our newlyweds. Andy and Teresa have asked that we base their house search around the small coastal town of Newcastle, where Teresa has family. We've selected 3 very different properties for them to see. But as always, they won't find out the price of each until they have a guess first. The last of these is our mystery house, which will throw all their great expectations out of the window. Hey, Teresa.
Oh, hi, Alan.
Andy, good to see you. How are you?
Andy.
Congratulations on becoming Mr. and Mrs.
Thank you.
You want to focus around Newcastle, don't you?
Certainly. I think if I'm coming back to Ireland, I would want it to be near family. So I've actually got a sister who lives in Newcastle and one who lives about 10 miles away.
Right.
So I think to be in this location would be perfect.
And what about the budget?
Now that we're newlyweds, we want to spend a little bit of more time together and not be pressurised into a high mortgage. We would go 250 if we find the right property.
Okay. Well, listen, I'm hoping that'll be a lot of crack over the next 2 days. That's what they say here, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And I hope there are no cracks in the walls of the properties I'm showing you. Otherwise, I think I'll be in trouble with this one. Now, let's get going. Follow me.
Excellent.
Okay.
For a top budget of £250,000, Andy and Teresa are looking for a country home that gives them a generously sized living room, a spacious kitchen diner, and 3 bedrooms. Outside, Andy would like a good-sized garden so he can grow his own, and a garage for his motorbike. And if the house were close to the coast, all the better. You do realise that the 3 of us in the car sound like a bit like a stereotypical joke. There's a Scotsman, a Welshman and an Irishwoman. All we need is the Englishman now, and then we'd have the full set. You know, even the little driving we've done here so far, you can tell it's a really beautiful part of the world, isn't it?
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah.
Have you seen any houses here at all?
We looked about a year ago in a place called Dundrum, but there was just too much structural work that we weren't prepared to take on.
Right.
You know, we don't mind maybe a little bit of refurbishment, but nothing too major.
Okay. Mindful that they're after a house that needs very little work, we're starting our property search close to the village of Killilay, which has a castle built in the French chateau style, overlooking the harbour of Strangford Lough. The coastal position should appeal to Andy, and the main streets also have the range of shops and amenities they asked for. A short drive out of the village and set back from the road with its own private driveway is our first property. Is it what you'd expect, or...?
I'm quite excited. I didn't really know what to expect, but this is, yeah, it looks good.
It's a new build. It was built 10 years ago.
It looks super.
Okay, great.
Shall we go?
You want to go in?
Yeah.
Okay, come on then, follow me.
Excellent.
This property also gives Andy the separate garage block he wanted as a home for his motorbike. But let's see what their first reactions are to the interior of the main house, which has recently been renovated and extended. Come on in. Come on in. Close the door behind you. So, this is your little hallway. From here you've got a little TV snug room there.
Yeah.
But this is the main living area. Come on through.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, fine. Maybe a little bit smaller, but probably with these doors you can, you know, there's room for movement.
Because it's interesting, we were working with a blank canvas, really.
Yeah.
Did you know what you really want, or did you know?
No, I'm pretty flexible, I think. Yeah, we both are.
The colour scheme may not be quite to our taste, but yeah. No.
But that's easy.
Absolutely.
You know? Yeah, no, but in terms of, you know, it's very spick and span, it's immaculate.
You've got American oak flooring, solid wood flooring, which is nice.
It's excellent, yeah.
Can you imagine yourself in here? You said earlier on that, you know instantly if you like somewhere, you get a feel for it.
I need a little more wander.
So you were lying.
Not quite that instant. Yeah.
Right.
No, so far so good.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure the kitchen will measure up to Teresa's expectations. Come on in.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah.
Excellent.
And also you've got the utility room behind you with a separate door.
Super, I love the floor.
The ceramic tile floor.
Yeah,
It's under floor heating as well.
Oh, fantastic.
Really airy, really bright. Not overlooked at all. You know, open the little French doors into your garden.
Oh, that's super. I love the airiness of the room. The glass windows just give it that really bright. Yeah.
And you literally wouldn't have to do anything here, would you?
It's immaculate, yeah.
Certainly is, so no DIY needed. And leading off the main hallway, there's also the added bonus of a handy cloakroom. With downstairs covered, we'll explore the first floor, which gives them 3 bedrooms in total, including a double room and a single, currently used as an office. There's also a modern family bathroom with separate shower, but we'll get their view on where they would sleep. This is what's currently the master bedroom. What do you think?
Probably a little bit smaller than I was hoping for. That's just first impression.
The other thing you've got to take into account is that all of these walls up here are stud walls, so you could make a big master if you took away that office. Lovely view, a few cows in the fields.
Oh, definitely, yeah, that's what we're after.
It's really tranquil, very quiet. Country living.
The master may be smaller than they ideally wanted, but there's no denying that overall, this is a spacious property and a low-maintenance option for them. What's more, it sits on a generous plot that extends to just over half an acre, with plenty of space for Andy to grow his vegetables and keep chickens. You're very private. You do know that you've got neighbours, but, you know, they're not there looking over you.
Yeah, that's what's nice about it.
So let's talk money, shall we? What do you reckon?
Maybe approximately 215, maybe 220 max.
Okay, 220,000 max. What about you, Andy?
I think even though the way the market is, it's probably going to slightly higher. I'd go more 230.
£230,000, okay. Well, I don't know how you feel then when I tell you that it's top end of your budget. It's currently on the market for £249,950. Okay, well listen, go and have a look around. I'll be at the front waiting for you.
Okay.